Shut up, Navy, shut up!
Ah, I don't have that disadvantage, not talking to water.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, it's Ithatan, taking a first look at PixelJunk Shooter, The Depths of Disaster. Now, this game, way back, was actually a PlayStation Network exclusive, and it was one of the few games that I actually had on my list of games that I would mandatory get if I ever got myself a PS3. Turns out that this game was actually ported to PC a very long time ago, and I didn't even know about it until recently when I bought this along with a couple other games on the Humble Indie Bundle. And today, for this first look, we're probably gonna do the first level of each area, just to kind of give you a taste of what this game is about and how it works. It's pretty much a physics puzzle game. Let's just say it's that. So you can kind of see here we got water and it has various elements, blah blah blah. There's also one thing I would like to point out is there are normally collectible crystals, but it seems like aside from erasing my file, I wouldn't be able to grab any of the crystals on camera, so hopefully we'll be able to run into a level where I haven't previously gathered them. The objective of the game is to save these cute little guys, and you gotta be very careful because otherwise enemies can kill them, lava can kill them, even your own bullets can kill them, and you can see in the bottom right, it took me a little while to get the hang of it. But the bottom right is pretty much your extra lives, because we could always stop, restart the level, and then we would be able to rescue that survivor, but we would still have a tick on our extra lives. So you pretty much get 5 extra men per level, let's just say that. Every time you collect them all, you actually unlock the next area, and there's a plethora of certain areas and maps or whatever within any given level at a time. Now, of course, you can kind of see these are the collectible item here, which you keep seeing that I keep doing this spin attack move, which you just rotate the right joystick because it's a dual joystick game, of course. And then left bumper is your grabber, and of course in some other levels your grabber has another functionality to it as well as your gun, which is just tap tap tap. But if you hold the trigger, then he shoots missiles, and those are like homing missiles. But you can see in the bottom left our temperature, and that is what this game is all about. That is how you die in this game, is by overheating. So you either overheat from you know, lava and stuff like that, and water is usually to cool you down. However, there are spots later in the game where you get inverted suits and lava cools you down while water overheats you, and etc. It is puzzle goodness. It is beautiful, it is wonderful, and I just love the looks of this game. You can also use your spin attack to pull in items, as you see I keep doing, but you can also use it, yes, also, that's the key word today, this is a diggable dirt, right? So if you do the spin attack, you can dig through it, and then there will be secret spots like this all over the game. Usually they'll end up having like a crystal or two, which we're not getting around into on this level because I actually just finished grabbing them all. It turns out too, like if you're trying to go for 100%, which I am currently in the process of doing that off camera because I don't know about doing this as a full series. That's why I'm just doing it as a first look, of course. But it seems that all of the crystals that you've collected are collected forever, like straight up. The only thing that you'll always have to do, if you want to do a perfect run of a level, if you want to get 100%, you're going to have to get every single survivor without any of them dying. Because they seem to respawn every time. And by the way, yeah, if you grab enough of these things, you grab 100 of them, you get an extra life, which ends up giving you another tick on your driver's license there. Now here's here's the physics at play. There are a lot of different objects and different materials and minerals that actually come into play, but the most common is water on lava, which actually turns it into a diggable resource. But you have to be very careful because lava can kill you so easily, like straight up. It's just you don't want to have lava around you by any means. And of course some of the enemies, as we'll get to see in some of the later levels hopefully today in this first look, is that some of the enemies get a little bit more tougher, they get a little bit more complex. Some of them actually have anti-magnets, let's call it, where your generic normal shot will actually be dodged by them, and then so the only way to actually hurt them is to use like homing rockets. And yeah, as you saw down there, that little guy that was in his bubble, by the way, those dudes are pretty much immune to lava and stuff like that. The whole point is that you want to still gather the survivors in time, because some of the later levels will actually have you, like, I'm sorry, I'm having a little difficult time concentrating as well as commentating. Some of the later levels will actually have, like, kind of a time limit. Like, you'll have to gather the survivors, like, really fast before they end up dying by some lava or some type of weird enemy or something. By the way, there was an item here which hopefully will end up running into another one, but it gave us this glowy shield that you see on us right now, and that is a heat defense, a heat shield. So what it does is pretty much we can go right beside the lava and it's not overheating us, because it would be overheating us right now. We also have infinite homing rockets if you want to use it, and you can take one hit and then the shield is gone and that's it. Another thing too is when enemies are shooting at you, you can actually use the spin attack. I'll try and remember to do that. But you can use a spin attack defensively to dodge against like enemy shots and stuff like that. Now we will see, because I'm noticing we're already on like 6 minutes. Maybe we won't do the factory area, but maybe we will. We'll see how much we have time for today. It depends. Now ice operates differently. The way that ice operates is if a water source touches ice, then it will slowly start to freeze all of the water. Now you gotta be careful, because what you just saw right there, spin attack, defense. But if you're too close to a small wall, let me see if I can do it right here. Well, if you're too close to a small wall, you can actually accidentally shoot through the wall. Like, oh, it's not working. But I've actually had a couple times where I accidentally ended up killing the survivors because I was, like, too close to a wall. And my bullet just shot straight through and killed the guy while I was, meanwhile, just trying to dig, right? Now, you'll see down here. Oh, those are the enemies, by the way. These digger enemies, they're the only ones that can go through the ice, because we cannot. Ice is invincible, at least until we end up getting a different suit later, which I don't know if we're going to end up getting any of those in this first look, but there is actually like a lot of really awesome suits. There's one that's like a lava suit, which of course you shoot lava, and lava is used to melt ice, as you can see. Now that tire, of course, is, once again, this is our heat shield that we ended up grabbing last time. I just didn't get to see it on camera. But you gotta be very careful when you are in the lava suit, because lava still kills you. So one misfire can get you, wow, can get you wasted. Now these enemies are extremely deadly. They shoot lava, and when they die, they expel lava. And there is also another equivalent to the same enemy where it shoots water, and it can be really helpful, except if you're in the inverted suit where water hurts you, of course. And just all types of coolness, man. I absolutely love this game, and there is a sequel, and it's not on PC. Oh, we do get the lava suit today. Awesome. It's not on PC right now, but I'm pretty sure that they're going to port it if they've already ported this one. Look at this. Don't you love the physics? But don't aim straight up unless you're going to get out of the way, because that lava can still kill you. We are still overheating, although we are a little bit more defensive than normal against heat and lava and stuff like that. There's another feature too, which I don't remember it being in the original. I could be dead wrong, but I've never played the original on the PlayStation. But you can actually play this game co-op 2-player with a friend, and that was not in the original version, as far as I remember. Lava also, of course, as you can see right there, is plainly just very powerful against enemies, straight up. They also end up having, like, we'll hopefully end up having time for it today, because I noticed we're already on 10 minutes, but whatever, this first look can be a little bit longer. But in the final area, because there's only 3 areas in the game, this game is actually extremely short. You can totally finish it in one sitting. Oh, now we gotta be careful here, because see that dude? He could have fallen right down, and we could have gotten him killed, and that would have been another ding on our driver's license there. But, oh, those things, watch out for them, man. Watch out. Oh, goodness. Save them in time. But yes. I like this game. I love it. I really, really do. And if you're into puzzle games and stuff like that, I would highly recommend this one. I mean, there's not really much to say about it that isn't already been said, you know? Whoa! I might have actually messed up. Yep, I killed him. Oh, see that right there? That bug right there? That's one of those instances where you have to grab that dude really, really fast, because otherwise the bug will steal the survivors and it will kill them. It will kill them, and it is absolutely horrible, and you feel really sad about it because these survivors are so cute. You want to save every single one of them, right? Now see, here's where you can imagine, like, later on some of the enemies will get a little bit more difficult and mischievous, because it'll be like, oh, this guy shoots 3 bullets at a time, etc., etc. And the point is that, you know, they really try to push the balance of, you know, you just trying to be careful while using these suits. Some of the other areas are a little bit more of a puzzle than most. And gee, just overall, I mean, what else do I say? Like, I'm struggling with if there's any other information that's actually worth mentioning, other than the fact that, of course, like I already said, like, this game's co-op. I haven't gotten to play it with my brother yet, but it would be a lot of fun to do so. And it doesn't seem like we haven't really ran into any, unfortunately. I really wish that we did. But the diamonds that you can collect, those are the collectibles. There was probably some hidden in the ice right there that I didn't actually collect, but whatever. Let's head to the last area. There are also bosses, of course. Kind of all over the place today, everybody. I'm sick, so please pardon me if my commentary is kind of not really focused. But this right here, you can already see that's the last area, so there's not that many levels as far as the full game goes. But they do imply that there's going to be the sequel, and I would really hope that it comes to the PC. Now, that right there, that black goo, that is magnetic. It is deadly, but as you can see, it kind of comes towards us. Like, it likes us. Oh, goodness gracious. And, of course, you end up getting, like, there's a water suit where you end up squirting water. There is a anti-magnet suit, I think that's what it's called, where you can actually go through this stuff like nothing because it actually goes the opposite direction of you. There is also, I think it might actually be the water suit, unless it's an ice suit. I'm not exactly sure, so don't quote me on it, but I think it's the water suit where the claw, like the grabber, is actually really powerful, where you can grab ice chunks and pull them away. So they've got I think there's 4 suits. Oh, by the way, this stuff right here is when you combine the toxic goo with water, and if lava touches that, or electricity, or some kind of a source that would set it on fire or anything like that, it actually starts exploding. And also, as you can see plainly right here, this area ends up doing a little bit more of the environmental dangers, you know, that isn't lava, that isn't the toxicity. One thing I would say about this game is it is short and sweet. Like, straight up, you actually get through this game really quick, and just when it introduces a new puzzle mechanic, it uses it very sparingly. That's one thing that I would definitely say about this game, is that a lot of the powers and everything are very sparingly, where it's like, just before you end up getting tired of using it, you're already using a new power, or they're introducing a new mechanic or something like that. You know, there's only like a couple levels that actually use those spike traps to try and stop you and stuff like that. So very, very well designed. A little short for my taste. Like, I would have preferred it if it was a little bit longer. Oh, and then there's these tunnels, of course, which teleport you to the other tunnel. Now you can see this smoke is actually going up to the electricity, and if it touches it, bang! It all just is going to, whoop! It's all just going to explode in one chain reaction. You can use it to get through ice in some of the ice areas. But most of all, it's just, I would say, to clear it, because it just gets in the way. Oh! We ended up dying. Dang it. Oh well. And that's the thing too that can be quite annoying about this game, but also alright, is the levels kind of have to be short, because if you die, you have to restart the whole level from scratch. I mean, there will be the sections to the level, of course, but oh, can we make it this time? Yeah, we made it quick enough that time. There's sections to the level where it's like, you know, if you don't get it the first time, that's okay, because I think, where would it be? Not spots like that, but every time you get to a new screen, it's pretty much like a checkpoint. But bosses, they're the most tedious. Now, these are the enemies right here I want to show you, where he actually has a force field to prevent us from shooting him. You see our bullets ricochet right around him, but our homing rockets just go straight for him. We can, of course, still hit him with our normal shots. It's just really tricky. Now, that is an explosive, so as soon as we get proximity a little too close to it, it explodes. Some spots actually have you Indiana Jonesing it, where you end up having to run for your money and just, you know, go for it. Now, like I was saying about bosses you pretty much have to beat in one run, so it can be really cool, but really annoying at the same time. Where if you don't end up, like, getting them on the first try, pretty much you're dead. That's it. It's game over, and there's nothing you can really do about it. Now, you want to watch out for things like this. Actually, come to think of it, I think this level is the only level that uses that orb, so that's quite surprising. That's why I was kind of saying, where, you know, there's only new mechanics are introduced constantly, and just, I mean, it's a fantastic little game. You can get for pretty cheap, although I thankfully was able to get it on the Humble Indie Bundle, which came with a couple other games, which I haven't really played. Didn't really have any interest in anything other than PixelJunk Shooter, but awesome little game. Another thing to mention too, of course, is the music is very much its own. It very much has its own style, of course. The art direction can get a little tricky sometimes to see what's going on, but for the most part, it actually does a really good job. Like, I'm all about color contrasting and stuff like that, so I think it does a really good job of making it very clear of what you're supposed to do. My one complaint, or not what you're supposed to do, but what you have available to you and around you and stuff like that. My one complaint is that sometimes the camera is not, like, it's a little bit too zoomed in, and I would prefer it if it was zoomed out a little bit, because sometimes it can be really tricky to see what's going on. See, and you can kind of time it where it's like this lava or toxic stuff does come towards you, but it kind of weighs itself down. Isn't that pretty? And then there's also mechanics like this, boop, where you get a magnet that is going to suck it up into the opposite direction. Let's see if we can get through here. Oh, goodness gracious. My goodness, this level is a little bit longer than some of the other ones, of course, because it's trying to introduce us to all of the mechanics of this level. Now, these enemies are a little bit tricky. Their missiles are really weird. That's what I would say. But overall, I mean, it's not a hard game, you know, and even the puzzles, they're not really head scratchers or anything like that, but they're still really well designed, really, really cool. I really do hope that they end up porting the second PixelJunk Shooter game. Oh, pardon me, I'm sick. I really would like to show off some of the boss fights, but those things take a little while. Otherwise, that's going to be it for this first look, everybody. I know I kind of went in circles because I was struggling with what to actually talk about, because there's not much to actually mention in this game. Also, the collectible diamonds only seem to unlock more levels, I think. Like, there's a required amount of diamonds before you can actually unlock the next area, so that's a good reason to go and replay levels and stuff like that. I would highly recommend to just rush through the game as fast as possible, gain the minimum amount of stuff, so that you actually have a little bit of replay value to the game, so you can actually go and perfect all the other levels and stuff like that. Otherwise, that's gonna be it. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like the video. I really will appreciate it. Links will be in the description below where you can get this game on Steam. Otherwise, as always, sign on, stay epic, everybody.
Your face